as well as a snack. Alcoholic drinks are also available at a nominal charge. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Oh, of course that happened. So, we are going to do the ANJLL4 STAR and land at KLAX, all right? Continuation of our flight from yesterday, right? Full disclosure, I took off from Vegas, just set a flight plan. We're right on the money for the fuel, but I wanted to show the STAR, and I'm not going to do a transcon, dude. Look at the current air temperature, like 21 Celsius at flight level 300, which is a little bit ridiculous. Okay, so we're at Sellers, right? Our first restriction on the STAR is at Gleason, and that's going to be 280 knots. And between flight level, we gotta pull up the chart here. Between flight level 300 and flight level 240. Okay, so let's go right in the middle of that. Let's say 30 minus 24. Yeah, 260. So let's say 260. Okay, 26,000. Now, 11 miles to Gleason, right? Yeah, I know I'm there. There we go. 11 miles. So then, after that, Angels 240 to 190. So that's 5,000 feet. So we'll do flight level 200 at Angel. Then Con is 17,000 or above. Boyle 14,000 or above. And then Circus is going to be 270 and 14 to 12. So let's just do 13. Okay. Then we slide over. Oh, Mark. Whoa. Do that. Sensitive. So Crane is 10. Max 270, right? So we'll be slowing up. The intercept height is 1900 at Lima, okay? So we want Lima 1900. So let's just say gate. So we want 5,000 for gate. So that's going to be a target altitude, right? After gate, we're going to clear ourselves, ATC clearance down to 1900, right? And as we come in here, we'll do, let's get down to 210. After Crane, so let's go Tarrock 210, and then Bueller to gate 190. So let's do 190 for gate, and then we'll go 170, and then we intercept at Lima at 1900. And then it says it's 060. I don't know. Yesterday the winds didn't switch when I got there, so we're just going to assume 188 at 6 for the landing. And our landing speed, our landing weight rather, if I can find what I'm looking for here. Landing weight on the chart's going to be 142.7. That's probably about right. So let's see, 142. We'll do it for 142. We'll do 188 at 6. Oh, sorry, runway direction is, what is that? 251. 188, 6. So, 209 is green dot, 141 for the VAP. So I'll now set that in here. So it'll be 172 Lima. 170 to Lima. Just gotta double check this. Yeah, 170 to Lima, and then Ladle's gonna be, what did I just say? 141, and we're looking for a touchdown speed of 135. Alright, so we're gonna have to start down here in a second for 260. So 114, 154, that's 2. 6 is 2, 8, 208, 140, so 45, 345. So 345 divided by 4,000, about 1,000 a minute. So we'll start down on a slow descent. Did I say 260 here? Yep, 260 and 280. So we'll be slowing up. Set flight level 260. We'll just start down gently, 500 feet per minute, and we'll let in-flight assistant catch it up. And 0.78 in the descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now move around the cabin.
Yeah,
However, we always recommend to keep your
seatbelts
seatbelt fastened while you're seated in case we encounter turbulence.
So this particular star is it's a quick one. It's just pretty much a straight in. If I do, there we go, 160. Is it inside of? No, it's inside of 80. So you pretty much, you're descending the whole time in here over the what mountains are those? I can think. What mountains are those? Those are San Gabriel, right? So you descend into the LA basin up there, over the San Gabriel Mountains, and it's pretty quick. Like, it's a pretty clear day today. I can see all the way to Long Beach already. Or is that Santa Monica and Long Beach is down here? Yeah, Long Beach is down there. So, can I see the airport? The airport should be right about there. Okay, and here we come down. We're not through flight level 280 yet. And it's cranking us on down. Didn't start it off fast enough. So let's match that up to 280.
Flight spoilers extended. Spoilers retracted.
I don't know why it thinks Mach 77 is 280. Do that. It's Mach 75 now.
Flight spoilers extended.
There we go, 280. 280 at Gleason. Angel 200. So it's going to be looking for 200, and we get a 2.5 minute run to 6,000 feet. So this is going to crank right on up. Actually, let's do 220. Try to keep that coming. Steady descent. Pull this in here. Usually I would put the belts back on. I'll put the belts back on at flight level 180 coming downhill. There we go. So 280 got the VF. So we're all set on the side here. Just want to double check the star again, make sure I got valid altitudes. 240 to 190. Yeah, so 220 is fine. We could actually probably crank it down to 21,000. You don't want much more than 2,600 feet a minute. That's when the passengers start getting uncomfortable. That should be Ontario there? No, Ontario's a little further up. One of these is Ontario, right? Where are we? There it is, Circus. So you jump off the star at Circus, transition to the ILS 25 left. Nope, I got spoilers.
Spoilers retracted.
Using more fuel than I should be here. Angel was supposed to be 3.8, so we're going to be low on fuel. Again, this was a slower flight. Or shorter flight, you know, it's not the full quote-unquote transcon. No big deal. Angel at 21,000, we're going to want to keep that coming down because we're looking for 13,000 in about 3 minutes. So 8,000 feet. I want to keep that cranking up. 1,000 to go. I do like iPad OS. Now you guys can actually hear the passenger announcements and everything like that. I noticed that when I was watching the stream back yesterday. I do apologize. The takeoff and landing stream, or the takeoff and climb stream yesterday was a little crazy. There was like a background noise. Okay, so let's keep that coming down. Flight level, or 13,000. We got to be above 17,000, above 14,000 at Boyle. I believe it was above 14. Let's double check that real quick. So yeah, it's above 17, above 14. Should be no problem. We're doing 2,000 a minute roughly, 1980. Let's just do 2,000 a minute here. We're going to be slowing up for circus as well, so that's going to extend a little bit. So 30 seconds, 2:10, 3, it's about 3 minutes. To, look at that, see that? 3 minutes, 19,000. And we'll be right, just about on point. Maybe even a little bit early as we get into circus there. You have to be careful on this particular star. You can get violations as you transfer from circus to crane and onto the, you're at 270 knots at circus.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Thank you.
The ILS, it's 10,000 at crane, 9,000 at Tarrock, and it's a 3.5-mile run. So you got to slow it right up. Boyle is 14 or above. Just thinking, see where the power is there, the 8%, 27 and 1. I was thinking a flight idle should be about 30%. I'd have to ask Jay what he thinks. So there's Ontario there. Inland Empire, I believe it's called in there. So, Long Beach, what a day, huh? Super clear. So, LA should be right there. So we're going to kind of go this way and then that way. Boyle 14 or above, checks. 15-1 for 13.
Flight spoilers extended.
Need a little bit of spoilers there to get things rolling.
Spoilers retracted.
There is another flight simulator that has a few nice UI touches, as it were. Another thing I noticed here is you can never get LA until you're like way almost there, coming from this direction. Okay, let's go 10,000. Remember, we got 20 knots to lose here. So what would be nice is having kind of a multiple position spoilers, or having spoilers that were throttleable. so that we can put out a little bit and leave it out in a descent, so we kind of balance the speed. Another thing I thought of was Airbus thrust gates would be nice, and I just thought of something else. Not exactly. Oh, yeah, if they could delete on the ATC menu, you know, we're not going to land at L26 or L65. If they would only show airports that were valid for your aircraft. So an A320 is probably not going to fit at that L67 or L65 here. 11.8.4.10. $11.5 for 10. Start slowing here once we get to 11 even. Set speed 250. Set speed 250.
Flight spoilers extended.
Get that cooking here. As long as you're under 260, Mark will yell at you for being over 255. But as long as you're under 260, you should be good. Let's bring this back in. So, there we go. And we're coming down 210, 9,000 now. Landing lights. Landing lights.
Check.
There it is. So our green dot speed is 211, so we'll pop the slats here once we get there, and then once we get past Demo, we're gonna head right on down to 5. To go. Demo and 60. Tarox 8er above Demo. Demo's 8er above, excuse me. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Okay, fuel 7,000 or above. Got LA yet. 30 miles to go. See, I got Long Beach, I got Riverside, I got Seal Beach. Okay, fuel at 7, gate at 5, Honda 36. Try to pop in the ILS now. Lights. Okay. Let's see now here. We got. What was I looking for?
Spoilers retracted.
Get rid of those. Try to intercept that. Can I get it now? So you can't get the ILS either. Crazy. What was that? Don't see any traffic. Coming down 190. And our S speed today is S speed for 142 is 195. Flaps 2.
Flaps 2.
There we go. That was good. Just dropped my phone. Oh, we have a screen protector for this bad boy. So we have LAX. There we go. Bounce inbound. Landing. 25 left. Straight
Los
in.
Angeles Unicom. JetBlue 687 is 24 nautical miles to the east at 6,300 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make straight in for runway 25 left.
Platform altitude for this is 1900 at Lima. Bring that back in. I'll recalibrate here in a second. Okay. Set to go. 1,000 to go. See the glide slope coming. Pretty much on low. The wind stayed the same. I don't know if it's going to switch to that tailwind. If it switches to the tailwind, we'll be looking for ref +5. So we're a dot above. Slightly to the right. I don't dare hit this button. At 18 miles, let's keep that 190 going. Do 170 to Lima. It won't let me. There it is. About 1100 at 190 to stay good here. So we're going to report final once we get inside of Lima. For 1900. So that wind is still 187 at 6 here. There it is. We'll have about 30 seconds before we get to Lima to be at 1900. And then we'll go down to the app after Lima or later. Yep, good to go. Come on. Try to stay a dot below here. Come on now. Yeah, there it is. 1900 for Lima. There it is. Gear down. Gear down. Spoilers. Flaps 3.
Flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Flaps full.
Big buoy. Come out of that. There we go. Start our descent down. Come out of nav.
Flight attendants, prepare
Los
for landing,
Angeles
please.
Unicom, JetBlue 687 is on final, runway 25 left.
Get that trim set in the right spot. Of course, I'm calibrated the wrong way here. So gear, spoilers, flaps full, landing flaps set. And now look at the winds clocking around on us. So it picked up the LA wind. It's going to be a tailwind by the time we get there.
1,000.
Stabilized. Quartering
Approaching
tailwind now.
25 left.
3 knots, not a big deal. So I'm focusing on the bricks now. Stabilized at 500. Coming a little bit high.
400.
Getting a little low.
Approaching minimums.
Vassies on the right.
300.
Not lined quite up where I want to be.
Minimums.
Landing.
200. 100.
Going high. Ooh, ooh.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Whoa. Not good, not good, not good.
10. Landing spoilers extended.
Ooh, that was terrible. Tailwind. That was a hard landing. That was horrid. Ugh. That is not how you land, but with these winds not being in the right direction. Yeah, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it's safe for you to move about. At this
Landing
time,
lights
you
off.
may use your cellular phones if you wish.
Strobe lights
Please
off.
check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board
That was
with
horrible.
you. And please use caution
When you have a
opening
tailwind,
the overhead
you will
bin,
float, though.
as heavy articles may have shifted around
Flaps,
during the
0
flight.
degrees.
On behalf of the entire crew,
Flaps
I'd like to
up.
thank you for joining us on this
Spoilers
trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a pleasant stay.
Los Angeles Yukon.
Terrible.
JetBlue 687.
Long.
Crossing runway 25 right.
Landing lights on. Landing lights on.
Check.
Strobe lights on.
Check.
Approach is clear. Departure ends clear. I believe we're gate 55, so it's the second one in there. Or gate 58. This wind's aloft thing's driving me bananas. Not to mention it's wreaking havoc with the fuel. So they use, I believe they use the inners here. All clear.
Los Angeles
Landing lights
Yukon.
off.
JetBlue 687 is clear.
Strobe
all
lights
runway.
off.
Check.
So once we get the in-flight report, it's going to actually, I'm going to send that report to 58, I believe, is on the end right here. To this one or that one, which for sake of simplicity we'll go in here. So the new in-flight assistant, I'm going to do a little preview of that, in-flight ops ACARS system, should send my terrible landing rate out to Second one for an A320, I believe. Okay, so we go engine 2, engine 1, below 10%, beacons off, and seatbelts, no smoking. Okay, so let's end this flight. Grab this notification. Oh! Firm, tailwind, terrible. Okay, generate flight report. I'll do 687, ferry and stream. So I'm going to create 2 reports, right? I'm going to do an image. Go ahead and save that so we can take a look. And then I'm going to post to JetBlue. So, A320 number 558. View and browser. This is going to show the entire, show everybody at virtualBlue how bad my landing was. There it is, landing rate, posted via ACARS. So we still got to get the filed route here and the sim brief dispatch. You put the 0 fuel weight in yourself. So yeah, just punch in the route here. So we're working on it, but obviously you see that comes from in-flight assistant, which is amazing. So it's Boche, Ricky, Direct, De Niro, ANJLL4. So what we want is for it to take the route out of in-flight ops and throw it into the thing here. And the sim brief dispatches. So 4.5 on the fuel burn. It's probably going to be high, I'm guessing, just because we slowed up a little early. What did this have? 4.2. So it had to burn 4.2. Oh, plus taxi, 300. So that's going to be close. 6.3 is what we were supposed to have left on board. So let's see how close it is to our report. Do that. Throw that out. Excuse me. What am I looking for? Oh, I got to put the dispatcher report here. Copy. And this is looking for a URL, I think. So there's that. And I believe, what was my 0 fuel weight? 36.4. 136.4. So now we've got the landing rate coming in. We've got the flight level. I should have slowed up even more, so that'd be a little bit more. Passenger scheduled. Do we have a ferry? Positioning. Remarks. Horrible landing. Those shifting winds are pretty terrible. So as you can see, came through ACARS here. We're still beta testing it. So yeah, so let's take a look at the report itself. Should be here. There we go. 4.5 and 6.3, so 500 on the taxi. So I don't know how can I do it this way? This is going to be pretty cool, actually. You'll see how accurate the -15 performance factor is. If I do done, save to photos, and then take that off of low power mode, then it should pop up here in just a second. So let's see what we've got. So as you can see here, I'm going to take a screenshot of that just so I can mark it up a little bit. Excuse me. So 10.8, and then 500 for the taxi. En route was 4.0. The total was 4.5. Remaining was 6.3. So SimBrief does not account for the taxi in. It was budgeted at X amount. Hi Juan, how are you? So if I save that, and then hopefully, is it here? It is here. Nope, that's not here yet. So let me do this just airdrop this sim brief over. So, edit that. I want to crop this so you can see the actual sim brief dispatch. And then let's airdrop that. There it is. So, let's take a look here. So burn 4.2, reserve was 4.4, EFOB 6.3. So let's go look at in-flight ops. So 4.2 plus 300 or 400 for the taxi. It was actually 500 for the taxi. En route, we were 200 pounds short of what we should have burned, right? So burn here equals en route here. So we were 200 pounds short of the curve. We were a little bit over on the taxi. Taxi out was 400. The taxi in, which it doesn't count, the 15 that was supposed to be, so it would have been 6.0. But the taxi in was only about 100 pounds because we rolled down the runway to the right spot. Didn't see the landing weight, but this is how accurate that minus 15 performance factor. You see that performance factor here? Minus 15 performance factor is, it works really, really well. So, thanks for tuning into the stream. I apologize for that horrible landing. That was not my usual. It looked good the whole time. I was pretty much on point. What was my nose angle, actually? Let's take a review of the speeds here. I was probably slow on ref, too. Yeah, 117, 6.8. Oh, I was close to a tail strike, for crying out loud. Oof, terrible, 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 terrible. But at 1,000 feet, I was a little bit slow. I should have been 141, right on the money on the localizer and the glide slope, and 117. So you're burning off that, as you flare, you're burning off that speed, and your nose keeps coming up, and oof, ugly, ugly, ugly. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully my next landing will be better. But you get the idea of how to descend via the Star, and a little preview of how in-flight ops works, how the ACARS is going to work. All right. So we'll see you guys in the next stream.